have not met this many Christians who have been this kind towards them, and I respect that. You're actually a very nice man, and it's really nice to hear that. But saying you can change something like that is so damaging, especially now, because there's so many kids out there who are going through this who think they can change, and they try so hard, and
It's not about praying out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Stop.
I completely respect
Okay, I know you do.
Christianity.
Okay, guys, do we love her?
Yes.
I'm going to say that again.
100%.
Do we love her?
Yes.
Let's say that one more time. Do we love her?
Yes.
That's powerful. I never heard love with that level of strength before.
I agree with that. I think Christianity is a wonderful religion. It brings people together. People are very thoughtful and loveful, and I'm completely okay with that. I have a Christian family myself. My dad's Christian, my mom's Christian, and they love Jesus. It's everywhere in my house.
Yes.
And I completely respect that, but you can't get rid of someone who's LGBT.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Look, Jesus says two things that I think will change your life and change everybody's
All right.
life. Jesus says, you must be born again. He says that to everyone. He says that to me. He says that to you. It doesn't matter, because when we came into this world, we all came in with impulses. All of us.
Yes.
Desires on the inside. God said we must be born again. So what that means is that God is saying, it doesn't matter how you were born physically. What matters is how you were born spiritually.
Yeah.
To be born spiritually means that God is going to give you a new birth. It's like you were in the womb. Someone put a seed and an egg together, and you started to develop, and you became you.
Yes.
God is saying, I'm going to put my seed in your heart, and it's going to develop, and you're going to become someone different. It's like a butterfly. It's like you're becoming a butterfly.
Yeah.
So this is number one. This is for all of us. All of us, we must be born again. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is not about what you were or what you are. This is about what God is going to make you to be. He wants you and I to become children of God by His Holy Spirit. And we are not born as children of God. None of us. We're born sinners. But by the power of God, we can become children of God. And that's only by being born again. Number two, Jesus said, whoever comes after me. Somebody say whoever.
Whoever.
Somebody say whoever.
Whoever.
That means the homosexual, the heterosexual, the liar, the thief, anyone, whoever, the adulterer, whoever comes after Jesus. Now, I believe in deep in your heart, you think Jesus is a cool dude.
Yeah, I think so.
I knew it. So God is saying, whoever comes after me must deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me. Denying yourself is not easy. Not easy for any one of us, not for you or for me. It means that sometimes we feel things in our body, but to be a Christian, now you can be whatever you want to be in this world. You can identify as this or that. You can walk this way or that way. But what we believe as a Christian is that we need to give up the fleshly desires here to walk in the Spirit. And when we walk in the Spirit, this is following Christ, because Christ lived a sinless life. Christ lived a perfect life of love. To do that means you have to get rid of your physical desires and let Jesus Christ be the Lord of your life.
The thing is, here's the thing. Okay.
No, I'm just, listen,
I understand.
it doesn't matter what you choose to do. I'm just telling you, this is what Jesus said.
No, I understand what you're saying, but when you're saying it's a physical desire, it's not just a physical desire. When you're married, right? Yeah. You love your wife.
Sure.
Right. So that love, when you're LGBT, that love isn't with someone of the opposite gender.
Why? Okay, forget opposite gender.
Yeah.
Why do you think that I don't understand you as a human being?
No, I believe that you understand.
We
me
have
as
the
a-
same desires.
Yes.
You know, I'm assuming you love women.
Yeah.
So do I. We're the same.
Hallelujah. Praise God.
So I understand you.
Yeah.
Okay? But here's the thing. If God told me that this relationship was wrong, I wouldn't do it. I've loved people from my heart. But I had to pray about it. I said, Lord, is this the right one? And I realized it wasn't the right way to go, because my life is to focus on the worship of the Lord. So I can choose to not go this way or that way, just like you can.
No, you can't.
I can. How come I can? So what I'm trying to say is, if I was created
Yeah.
for a certain purpose, and God gave me His Holy Spirit to live out His desires.
How do you know God hasn't created people to be gay for that their purpose?
Well,
You
look,
see it in the animal kingdom. Gay couples protect their young.
look. I'm not telling you what to believe and what to do.
No.
I'm just telling you what Christianity says.
No, but I know what
Christianity says you must be born again.
Yes.
So-
Christianity also says love your neighbor. And you guys are respecting me even though I'm gay, and that goes against religion, which is honestly beautiful. I have not met this many Christians who have been this kind towards them, and I respect that. You're actually a very nice man. And it's really nice to hear that. But saying you can change something like that is so damaging, especially now, because there's so many kids out there who are going through this who think they can change, and they try so hard,
Look,
and they can't.
I know people that have. Look. Listen to me. Have you ever heard of people being bi-curious?
Yeah, that's a thing.
So that means they're heterosexual and curious.
Yeah, they're curious about the LGBT.
So have you ever heard of hetero-curious?
Hetero curious? No, because okay. In society, we are born to believe that heterosexuality is the norm, and that's completely fine.
Just listen. You've heard of bi-curious.
Yes.
This is a heterosexual
Yeah.
that is curious about,
So
Gay
a
sex.
bisexual, a heterosexual is curious about gay sex.
but he's heterosexual.
Yeah.
Now it would be wrong for a heterosexual to be gay.
No. I mean, you're not heterosexual then. You're bisexual. You
Wait,
like
no.
both.
So can some person be hetero-curious?
Hetero curious. What does that mean?
That means they're gay, but they're curious about being heterosexual.
That means you're bi. Means you like both.
No, or it means that they're curious about the lifestyle and they could change.
They're curious about it, but like you say with bi-curious, people try it out and they don't like it, so they don't do it.
So
People
what
can be heterosexual, try it, and they don't like
I'm
it.
trying to say is, if there's such thing as bi-curious and there's such thing as hetero-curious,
Yeah.
that means that someone could be in one lifestyle and be curious about another and can change.
But there are people who are completely not curious.
But do you understand that logic?
Yeah, I understand that logic, but that's bisexuality.
Okay, now,
That's getting confused with people changing. Bisexuality, you're not changing who you are. You've just discovered that you're okay with both. When you're gay, like...
wait.
No, just one second. Let me finish. When you're gay, I have no attraction to men at all. They disgust me. No offense. Like sexually and romantically. That's just how I feel. But that... I've tried to be with men and I just don't like it, and I've discovered that would you say is like hetero-curious, right? That's not me changing.
You tried to be with men?
Yeah.
Why did you try to be with men?
Because why not?
I don't know.
I was raised a girl and I was told I should be with a boy my whole
Are
life.
you a girl?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Very so.
No, I have to ask.
Yeah, I know. I look
mean-
like a guy. It's all good. I get all
No, I actually think you look like a girl. I think you are a girl, actually. I just had to ask, right?
No, that's okay.
So all I'm trying to say is, whoever these people are,
Yeah.
they make decisions. These types of people. Now
Yeah.
you're saying that other people don't make those decisions, right?
You don't ever make a decision. When you're curious about something, let's say you grow up and you start to decide that you're a boy, let's say, and you think, oh, that boy's kind of cute, but I shouldn't like him because everybody tells me not to. And then later on you experiment with it and you find out, oh, I do like boys. But then you experiment and you're like, oh, but I like girls. Does that mean I'm faking it? Or does that mean I can change it? No, it just means you like both, which is a thing.
Okay, wait a second. Now you're assuming that everyone that was hetero-curious likes both.
No, I'm assuming that if you're hetero-curious, okay, let's say you're gay, you try it out with a guy, you don't like it, then you're like, okay, I'm gay, I'll just stay with that. Let's say, oh, I do like it, maybe I like both, then I'm bi. Or let's say you're straight, you try it out with the same gender, you don't like it, okay, I'm straight.
Okay, so right. So what I'm trying to say is this:
It's not a choice.
I've known many people
Yeah.
that claimed to be gay all their lives
Yeah.
and somehow decided to like women. And I've seen the same thing with people that claim to be lesbian,
Yeah.
who claim to be lesbian, found Jesus Christ or realized that something, I don't know what it was, and they decided to like men. That means there is a community out there
Yeah.
that are not having their rights respected. And these are the people that desire to change.
I think
And those people that were once gay or once lesbian and have found a different lifestyle and are happy being straight,
yeah.
these are people that you need to take into consideration and change the whole dynamic of the story, because they're telling you that they made a choice, but you're telling me that you can't. Now, nobody.
It's not a choice. It's not a choice.
Okay.
I don't think you heard. How old are you?
17.
Okay. Did you hear what I just said?
You said that they made a choice, and it's your sexuality is not.
Okay, so are you telling me these people are
I'm not saying
liars?
that. I'm not saying that,
I'm
but a lot of
telling you
people.
that
Oh, these people that were gay, that became straight. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. They just figured it out. You can take as long as you need to figure it out how you feel about your own sexuality. You can not change your mind in a sense, but once you're
Exploring your
figuring it out.
sexuality is healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they figured out.
It's not saying you were one and now you're the other.
They felt that they were gay all their lives.
Yeah.
They figured
Suddenly
something out.
they feel like
So
they're
all I'm
straight.
trying to say is God is saying that you can figure things out. You're telling me people can't change, but I'm telling you can figure things out. And
Yeah.
sometimes you
It
can
takes
figure.
time.
Sometimes, yes,
Wait.
you're right. We're talking about those people
Who choose Christ?
that
And choose-
chose a different lifestyle. They figured it out.
Yeah.
They were gay, and then in time they figured out that's not for me. What happened to these people?
They realized how they felt.
They were
Good.
exploring
Or they
sexuality.
realize there's so many factors to it. They realize how they felt. They realize that this lifestyle wasn't right for them.
It's not a lifestyle. Just FYI,
Okay.
it's the same as a
Okay,
man.
a lifestyle is how you live your life.
Yeah, but if saying it's a lifestyle is in a negative connotation, it's the problem with saying that LGBT community is a lifestyle. It gives it this whole thing where it's like you can change it, because a lot of people can't. Some people can, and I'm not disregarding those people. Some people have discovered themselves later in life. Some people have been straight their whole life, and then they figure out they're gay. Some people have been gay their whole life, and then they figure out they're straight, and that's completely fine. But saying it's a lifestyle puts this idea that they chose that. They're always like that. They just take time to figure that out.
Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just because I have impulses inside of me, that doesn't mean I have to act on them.
But my impulse to love a woman
listen to
and
me.
my
Listen,
impulse
listen.
not to
Okay,
fall in love with
listen.
a man are different.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I can have impulses to love every woman here, including you. Okay? Now, you're a pretty girl.
Damn straight.
All right?
Hey, beautiful.
Now, just because I think
I'm underage.
now I can have these impulses running through my body, but that doesn't mean I should act upon them. I can control my impulses, and if I can't, that would make me a rapist.
Yeah.
Right? So I have to learn that it's not right to act on every single impulse I feel. Even if I feel it all my life. I can feel like I want to rape a woman for 20 years of my life, but acting on that would make me a rapist. So what I have to do is I have to put what is right over my feelings.
Just something rape
Hold
is
on, hold
not
on.
about sex, it's about biology.
Hold on.
Never
Hold on.
compare rape with sexuality.
I'll listen to you.
Yeah, it's not the same
But
at
can
all.
I just finish this?
Okay.
I'm just adding.
Yeah, obviously.
Just pay attention.
Christians don't support rape.
I'm not saying that you support, you use the right idea.
I'm saying that
raping is not about sex, it's about
Rape is
biology.
okay. Rape isn't. You say it's an urge the same way you're saying LGBT people. Yeah.
I'm giving you an
That-
example
yeah.
that if I act on my emotions, okay, then what's happening now, even if they're wrong, I could want to rob a bank because I want money now. I need money. I need money.
But that affects other people. What is the being gay doesn't affect anybody.
It makes
Is that
you
what you really
happy.
believe?
That is what I really believe.
Okay.
I love my girlfriend and I hang out with her and go on dates with her and I hold her hand.
Okay.
What does that do to anybody
Okay,
else?
listen. If it doesn't affect anybody, does it affect your parents?
No, it doesn't.
You said your parents are hardcore Christian and they don't
love
approve of you?
No, they do approve of me. They
Okay.
think that love is love. They believe that everybody deserves to love
So
who
they,
they love.
so they approve. Okay, fine. What about the?
If it did affect them,
Okay,
it's not
okay,
nice.
look. What about those parents that don't approve? Does it affect them?
They should love their child no matter what.
Does it affect them?
Yes, sure. It does affect them.
So our choices affect
But
others.
it's not a choice.
Okay, man. Okay, look, we can play around with words here.
Yeah.
I respect you. You heard that we love each other. We're just having a dialogue. Having sex is a choice. You agree?
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes.
If when you grow older, whether with your girlfriend or with a boyfriend or whatever happens in your life, you're gonna realize that sometimes emotions are not as high as some days as the others,
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to choose to love people.
I guess you have to choose to love your friends. You have to choose to love
Even
your
when
family.
they're jerks.
Even when they're jerks sometimes, but love and sexual attraction, different types of love, that's something you can't just
Okay,
decide.
so we're looking at love right now, not sexual attraction.
No,
So-
but love. Like I
We already-
cannot love a man
okay.
the way I love
Okay,
a woman.
hold on.
That's not how that
Hold
works.
on. Hold on.
Okay.
We already admitted that sex is a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're now
Enjoying
get
it.
we're now getting into this concept of love.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're married, I'm married. Sometimes you want to sleep in. You don't want to demonstrate acts of love. You want to be selfish. You want to be lazy. Meanwhile, your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend needs your help.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to show love, that means you have to deny how you feel for the moment, because you might not feel like helping that person right now. And then you have to show them love. Sometimes they hurt you. They say mean things to you. But because you love them, or because even though you're hurt and you might feel like walking away, true love is faithful through the thick and thin. Jesus loved us even when we rejected him. So you can love your child. I can love my child. Doesn't mean I'm going to have sex with my child. I can listen to me.
Because they're
Just
different
listen
types
to me.
of love.
Listen to me. I can love everybody here. It doesn't mean I'm going to sleep with them. It's rooted in principle. And the principle is ultimately rooted in your worship of God.
Well, I don't worship. I don't pray. I don't practice Christianity anymore. But I still feel love. I still love the people around me. I love my friends. I love you guys.
Do
You're all
you,
nice.
do you love guys?
Do I love guys as a friend? Yeah, I'll give them a hug. I'll give them a high five.
What is a relationship really based on?
Trust, commitment,
Can
love.
you trust a guy?
Yeah, but
Can
I
you
can't.
be committed to a guy?
Probably not.
You can't commit to, man, what do you have, a father?
Okay, here, let me explain. When I love my girlfriend, she's a woman, right? She's a girl. I don't love her like I love my girlfriend. I love my girlfriend in a different type of love. The sense that I want to make her feel amazing and good in a different type of way. I want to marry her. I want to have children with her. I want to build a home with her. I want to have a life with her. I love her in the sense that she is my friend and I will protect her just as much as I protect her. But I don't have those romantic feelings. I don't have that romantic love. It's a platonic love. So you can have platonic love for everybody. You can love the world. I hope everybody loves the world. I hope everybody has love for everybody else, because then it would be such a brighter place. That's exactly what I'm saying.
You love yourself.
I do love myself. I think I'm great. Damn straight you are. But my girlfriend, I love her in a romantic sense. I want to give her
Sexual.
roses.
So,
There's a sexual, yeah.
Okay.
But there's also romance.
okay, so let me ask you something. Are you sexually attracted to him?
Yeah, definitely.
Take away the sexual attraction.
Okay.
What are you left with?
What do I left?
In love, what are you left with when you take away the sexual
When
attraction?
I take away the sexual attraction. Let's see. I love her eyes. I love her smile. I love the way she makes me feel. I love that she makes me coffee when I wake up. I love that I
So she
want to
looks
spend the
great.
rest.
So she looks good.
I like that she makes me laugh.
She's
I like
kind.
that she spends.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's great.
Guys can be all of it.
Yeah, they can, but I can't feel that way about them.
She doesn't want to make out with the guy.
No, that's
That's
not
sexual.
No.
That's sexual.
But
We're not.
I'm
We're not
saying
talking about the sexual.
If a guy, okay, for example, I had a boyfriend, and I can never feel that way. I can never fall in love with them. I can never look them in the eyes and say, I want to spend the rest of my life.
Have you ever met the right guy?
Okay, but you can say that to so many
You
things.
can. You can.
Yeah, but maybe I met the right girl.
Okay, maybe. But I'm gonna say maybe the other way around too. Like you said, you had a boyfriend and you also had a girlfriend. Would you identify as bi or just lesbian?
I am definitely lesbian.
Okay. So you tried both sides.
Yeah.
Okay. Many people that are heterosexual have tried many women or many men,
Yeah, that's completely fine.
and they end up breaking up
Yeah.
because they didn't find the right one.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know your past history of what led you into either liking boys or liking girls. I don't know if there's.
Just
I don't know.
genetics, biology, my brain,
I don't know.
just wired like that. That's also been proven. It's been proven that heterosexuality and homosexuality is wired inside of your brain. It is. There's been cases on people who are transsexual to the point where they have similar brain chemistry to the gender they actually want to be.
I haven't seen those stats. Can you show me those stats? Sure.
Yeah, pull it
I'd
out.
love to see them.
It's
Can I
real.
borrow your phone then? Yeah. And also, we see gay animals in the animal kingdom all the time, and the reason is it's an evolutionary thing.
Are you an animal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am a Homo
actually-
sapien.
yeah, actually,
yes,
Biologically,
yeah.
yes.
You're an animal.
Yeah,
Not a human
Homo
being?
sapien.
Mammals are animals. We are Homo sapiens.
So you're not a human being.
No, I am. But
Human
that's
beings are animals.
trans study,
Yeah. Okay.
brain.
That's
I
just
think
science.
I think we're different than animals. I think we're made
in a
made
way,
in the image of
just
God.
like one animal's different from another, we're still all
Like you
animals.
have your religion doesn't believe in evolution, which is completely fine. I disagree. I think evolution is a thing.
Yeah.
But in my sense, I believe that everybody has evolved and everybody is. I believe in science. I'm a more of a that's how I go in my life. And it's completely fine to believe in Christianity and to spread love and to believe that we are superior than animals or that we didn't come from animals. It's completely fine.
Are you different from the other species?
Yeah, I am. But if you look at it, it's because we've evolved to that.
Okay. So you're not the same. You're a different species. So to compare yourself to a frog wouldn't be fair. You're not a frog. Right?
There's a news article on Global. But here's my thing. It's fine to love yourself and to love the world. It's fine to spread that. But the instant you say that you're going to hell, you're going to this, and demonize it is when it becomes toxic and negative. There's so many trans youth that kill themselves. There's so many gay youth that kill themselves because they don't have support at home. They don't have parents that support them. They don't have people that support them. Because people are saying that you're going to burn in hell and you need to repent your sins and change. When reality is that most of the time they can't. They can't just change. They can't look themselves in the mirror and say, I'm going to love a boy today. I'm going to love a girl today. Or I'm going to stop. It's the same way as that the way you're born of your skin color. You can't just look in a mirror and say, I should be white, or I should be brown, or I should be black, or I should be Asian, or
Okay.
whatever
I'm
it
looking
is.
at. I'm looking at. You're saying it's biological.
Yeah.
But this study is just basic how someone responds, and they're saying that they respond like women.
No. They're saying they respond like women in the MRI scan. So they take an MRI scan.
Based on the pharaoh.
No. What they do is that they put on an MRI, right? In an MRI, they can.
I know the brain. I know the brain.
Yeah. They can detect the electrodes of where your brain is firing. So they show them sensory behavioral things. For example, women, we have more gray matter than white matter, which means we're better at multitasking, but we're worse at focusing on one specific thing. Men aren't like that. So what they do is they look at those brains and they show them things like, for example, okay, can you count to 20 and can you also tell me where the colors are? And they see how well they are good at multitasking or how they're bad. And what's been proven in that trans study is that women who want to be men, so trans men, their brains line up more to cis men, and trans women, they line up to cis women.
It didn't say that the white matter and the gray matter.
No, that's not in that study.
It's
That's
not in that
just-
study. What it
that's
did
what I
say
just know
is
from my
based on
personal-
responses, they responded like their particular gender.
Their brain responded like that, not they responded. Their brain.
Yeah, the chemical reactions or the
is
way they
something you can't
respond.
change.
They respond. No. When I read that study, I'm reading that totally different because I've read other studies that there still is not any proof. When I'm reading that right now, all it's saying is that when certain things were placed before them, they had certain reactions that identified with the sex that they wanted to resemble.
Yeah.
Now, I see that in gay men. I see when they see a dog, they act like a woman. Or I see some ladies that are lesbian that present themselves as more men.
Yeah.
But they
That's just
react like men. But I've also seen these very same people change. So that means it's not a problem with their brains. It's not a problem with biology. It's a problem with their emotions and their psychology.
Yeah, but the thing is, your brain is your emotions and your psychology. They are the connected. Your emotions.
No. Wait. Biological structure
Yes.
is how you're made. You're made with a female anatomy.
Yeah.
Okay? You have female hormones that are different from male hormones. That's why you have your
But some
periods.
trans people don't. Some trans people have higher levels of testosterone born for no reason.
There's a
Everyone's
rare
different.
there's a rare
Everyone's
group of
bodies are
people that have
different.
more hair than others
Yeah, but
and so
okay,
forth
here's
like
the
that.
thing.
But the problem is this: they are still biologically predominantly female to be classified in the female
Yes,
domain.
but the problem with doing that, okay, for example, I present myself as a male, right? A lot of people think I'm a guy, but I'm a girl. I'm not trans. I don't have my brain chemistry linked up to be a man. I don't have this thing called dysphoria, which is a mental condition, which is a lot of trans people have.
Can I ask you something?
Wait, just one
Okay, go
second.
ahead.
So a lot of people say trans people have a mental condition, which is true. It is a mental condition. And if we could have a cure, we could give them a pill to make them feel comfortable in their body instead of transitioning
You
to
feel
feel
that
better.
trans is a mental condition.
It is a mental condition.
Some people would feel that it's biological.
No, mental conditions and biology are the same thing. Your brain chemistry is biologically you. It's not how you can be like, okay,
So,
what's
okay,
something
maybe-
that's not biological? This isn't biological. I just put this on my face.
So let me just clarify. So when I say mental condition,
Yeah,
do you believe mental illness?
yeah.
So is mental illness an abnormality or is it something?
Yeah, it's an abnormality.
Okay, so there is a norm.
But the thing is, trans people, yes, they're okay. I'm gonna say something. They're abnormal in quotations because I do respect the trans community. But the
They
thing
know they're
is,
good on it. That's it.
if you believe that trans people
Touch them, the name
are going to
of
hell, or
Jesus.
you believe gay people are going to hell,
Touch them.
that's your opinion. And obviously, religion is something that you can. I don't believe that you can really change a lot of people's opinion based on religion because a lot of times people are very, very stubborn, and that's obvious. Or a lot of times people have just the different beliefs, and that's completely okay. And I've been the type of person where I respect anybody for anything.
Biology.
My only thing is that using negative language like lifestyle and using language like
Uncreated.
basically demonizing.
But I respect it.
Yeah, demonizing them. It's just
I think you're misunderstanding when I speak to you. I'm
Yeah.
showing the ultimate respect.
no. I just got dragged over here.
Yeah, and I kind of got dragged over here.
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
We're kind of in this conversation. So I mean, let's just make it flow.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, what's your name again?
Riley.
Riley, David. Nice to meet you. You know, it's very rare that we have respectful conversations between two different groups that sometimes have different
No, I-
opinions about
I know,
things. So
like,
I appreciate this. I mean, it's not everybody that has the maturity to have these kinds of conversations. So I respect you for that. You seem like a very intelligent young lady. And I just believe the best for you. I mean, I can't change you.
No.
I mean, when it
Neither-
comes to
and I can't change your
when it
guys'
comes to Christianity, I mean, there's two things. You said you must be born again, and whoever comes after me must deny himself, take up his cross daily, follow me. This is what we all believe, and we all have impulses, and sometimes they contradict. Sometimes it goes against what we want to do physically, but because we believe that God is right, His Word is true, and His Spirit is right, we surrender to that because we've been convinced, we've come to see the truth of God's ways,
And that's completely okay.
and it's a belief, and you also, whether you admit or not, have a belief. You believe inside your mind that this is who you are. I believe that this is who I am. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just like she
Yeah,
said a little
just like
earlier,
everything.
I could later on think something different about myself.
Yeah.
But it's a belief, and
Yeah.
what we believe to be true about these emotions, we end up acting upon. So you're gonna have these emotions. You're gonna have two different people. You're gonna have one lady that might have attraction towards another lady, and she will think these emotions are negative, and deal with those emotions differently than you. Get rid of those emotions in whatever way she can mentally, and look towards liking someone of the opposite sex. Now you can feel those exact same emotions and accept those emotions and say, you know what, I believe this is true, this is right, and I'm going to express these emotions, and I'm going to attach an identity to this. Now all of this has to do with what we think and believe to be true.
Yes.
So we need a premise, a foundation of what we believe to be true. We just believe that the Word of God is true. So regardless if we feel this way, we take those emotions and bring it to the cross, and we surrender to the emotions that come through the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God can bring forth new emotions. This is the Christian faith. And this is why we align one way and we go one way rather than another. And so I'm just telling you what the Christian faith is. And I'm trying to, and I'm hoping that you guys can understand.
I'm a Christian.
Okay,
I'm bisexual,
hold on.
So that's
One guy said that's an oxymoron. But one guy that was here is like I don't even know why gay people are Christian, because it kind of goes across.
Christianity,
But anyway,
I think,
the
is
point
just
I'm trying to
about-
make is this: it's a belief system.
Yeah.
You interpret these feelings that you have one way versus another, and you have that choice. All I'm trying to say is Christianity says this is the way to go, and you should interpret life this way.
I have a question.
And that's all I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I have a question. About Christians who are gay, I think the reason that is a thing is mostly because when I look at Christianity, I don't necessarily believe that they think gay people are wrong. And I necessarily don't believe that that a lot of Christians are hateful towards the LGBT.
Am I hateful to you?
No, you're not. Obviously, we disagree on many things.
But I'm not hateful.
No, exactly.
No, just I don't mean to cut you.
Yeah,
Can I
it's
just
all
cut you
good.
for one
Yeah.
second? I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Why don't you feel I'm hateful to you?
Disrespectful. I think the whole thing where people have so many issues against this Christianity is that a lot of times people, just like they meet people who are like LGBT and they have a really bad experience and become homophobic, they associate everybody like that. But you're not doing that. You're talking to me in a civil manner, which is very kind, and you're voicing your opinions and listening to my opinion. And it's not like this whole thing where I'm yelling at you that you're a homophobic prick and you're not yelling at me that I'm going to go to hell, right?
Is it possible to be Christophobic or Bible-phobic?
I think that Christianity is a very popular religion and has done some terrible things and some really good things from history. I think that there are people who hate religion just to spite it, and I don't agree with that. I don't believe that you should hate anybody based on those types of things, unless, like, I don't believe in hating Christianity, but I do believe in not agreeing with people who are Christian who should say white people only matter, everybody who's gay should die, like stuff like
I
that.
don't know. I haven't met any Christian in
No, that's what I
2020
mean.
that says white
Extreme.
people
Yeah,
don't
no,
matter.
that's extremist. I don't believe in extremists, but I believe that people have the right to, like, you have the freedom of religion, which is completely fine. You can be Inuit, you can be Christian, you can be Buddhist, you can be whatever you want, whatever you believe, and I will respect that.
Now, if I'm a Christian, okay.
Yeah.
Now say you're a member of the LGBT community,
Yeah.
and you don't agree with Christianity. You don't agree with the Bible. You don't like the teachings of the Bible. You think that the Bible doesn't support the LGBT lifestyle. You think that the Bible
Yeah.
is wrong. Does that make you a hater of Christianity?
No, I think if you disagree with Christianity, it doesn't make you a hater. I think it makes it negative once you start doing negative, hateful things. For example, let's say I'm not Christian, and I personally don't believe in Christianity. That's just me. But I'm not going to go up to somebody who's Christian and say, you're an asshole because you're Christian, because you don't believe in LGBT and stuff like that. It's the same thing as being like, oh, you're black, you, because you're black, right? It's like, No, you
Well,
can't do that.
I personally don't like a skin color that I can't change. That's been proven you can't change.
No, yeah.
Associated with
Okay, I
sexual
mean-
choices.
No, I'm not saying sexual choices. I'm saying Christianity or like gay. Okay, let's use gay as like sexuality. I mean Christianity. So you're Christian, right? And let's say I was part of the LGBT community and I was hateful towards Christians. And I saw you preaching and I started peacefully protesting. I think that's completely fine. I think it's fine to peacefully protest. What I don't agree with is when you start to put hate. Hate on hate doesn't do anything.
No, I'm trying to understand like what you mean by hate, because like I said to
Oh,
you,
sorry.
it's okay. No, you didn't do anything. I said to you, I said if you thought Christianity was against your lifestyle or beliefs or
Yeah.
your the LGBT
Your
community,
sexuality.
you didn't agree with it. You thought it was bad, or whatever. You said that doesn't make you hateful. Now, if you shared that opinion with others, and you said, you know what, Christianity is not a good religion. I don't think that you should embrace that because it doesn't support LGBT lifestyle. Would that make you a hater?
No. In the same way as that, listen, I know this is going to be controversial, but if you're against the LGBT community and you voice that, hey, if you're LGBT, I will treat you the exact same, and I am completely okay with that, but I don't like that. I don't like that.
Does that make me a homophobe? Wait. Why is it? Why why are you struggling with
Because
that?
the problem
See,
is that
this is
people take it
the
differently.
hypocrisy
No.
here. You know, you're a smart girl. You. I caught you there.
Yeah.
You know
Okay,
it.
here's
you know
the thing.
It. You
It's
know it.
different how
Your friend is smart.
I know.
different people take it differently. Christians can take, literally some Christians can take, a gay mother as completely wrong, right? And some Christians
You
are
got that angle already.
and some Christians can take it as, okay.
You got that angle.
It's all perspective. That's the whole thing. Some people who are LGBT and the part of the LGBT community can see that as super, super hateful to just say those things, and obviously have very strong opinions. My opinion, which doesn't represent the entire LGBT community or all at any extent, is that as long as you're not physically assaulting, physically harassing, verbally harassing, saying things like the F slur, saying things like, you should die, like hateful things, then it's fine. If someone who's Christian says, I want to repent your sins, and you're like, I actually disagree with that, I don't think that's hateful.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't think it's hateful when an LGBT member comes along and says, your Bible is wrong, your God is false. I mean, I don't see that as hateful. I see that as someone that doesn't believe in my religion.
Yeah, it's their opinion.
But now if someone comes along and says, LGBT lifestyle, that's wrong or that's false,
I think it's because
that how does that?
I think it's because the LGBT community has been, sorry, pardon my language, but shit on a lot. Like I said, there's so many youth who die from suicide. There's so many trans people that get murdered, that die from suicide, and they've been fighting for these rights. Where the LGBT community is a community because we have to support each other. We have to build each other up. Because honestly, we are a fragile community. There's many countries that you'll get like you said, that you'll get arrested, that you'll get killed if you are part of the LGBT community. So I think it's more of this thing where if you're Christian, people can disagree with you, right? Not a lot of Christians get beaten to death for being Christian, but a lot. I know that's not necessary. I didn't say all. I mean not a lot. It's
Actually,
not.
when it comes to who's being killed the most for religion or for being gay or for whatever, right now, if you look at the stats, it's actually Christians.
I don't know.
Look it up. Look it up.
Okay. I will. And if that's true, then obviously things are changing. I just think the LGBT community, like I said, I think it's 3% of the population are part of it, or 5, something really low. 1 to 2. I think it's grown.
I feel like it's not that much.
I think it's grown.
It must. Yeah.
But now we're getting into this
1,
wave.
2, 3.
We're getting into this new wave. We're getting into this new wave of acceptance and love for everybody, and I think that's great.
Except for Christians.
I think there is some things
I'm gonna
like
tell
that.
you something, man.
That is okay.
Yeah, I went to a city a couple days ago. Do you know about it?
I heard the Vancouver story, right? Yeah.
And never went to no gay community. All the media lied about me. I went to this obscure place of the city. The gay community attacked me, said I'm not welcome. Never even mentioned their name.
See,
So is this
if they
is
like
this assaulted people and wouldn't even let me baptize people that wanted to get baptized? So is this love? This is done by the Vancouver LGBT, and the LGBT members are supporting this.
So Vancouver has an insane LGBT community
Zero.
support. It's a very left city, I would say. There's lots of people who are there LGBT. There's a lot of social groups for LGBT, so it's very positive there for that community. Now here's the thing.
Now, wait, you said it's very positive.
No, it's good for people who are LGBT. Now I'm not saying those people who assaulted you are good people. They're gay, but it doesn't make
But the
them a
whole
good person.
LGBT supports it.
No, I don't support that. I'm LGBT. Here's the thing: you can't take one gay person's word and say this is everyone who's gay's opinion, or this is everyone's gay's action. Like you, I can't take your word for every Christian's action and every Christian's word. That's like a stereotype. That's what creates bad stereotypes. Do I think there are people who are gay or are hateful? Yes. There are people who are gay who are very racist. There are people who are gay who are very shitty. There's also Christians that are very racist or very rude to many people. There's assholes everywhere. Every community. In every community. But hating someone because of they're part of that community is something that is super negative and super dangerous.
You never experienced hate from me.
No, I've never experienced it with you.
Now, if I don't agree with you, if I preach that I don't agree with,
Yeah.
does that make me?
No. As long as it's in a
if
respectful way.
you preached that you didn't agree with me and you didn't think my values were right, does that make you hateful?
No, you have the right to protest, and that's in a respectful way. You have the right to say, I don't agree with you, and you have the right to say, well, I don't agree with you.
And share your
opinion.
why.
I think the problem is when people start being aggressive and when people start name calling and being really rude and being very hateful. That's when I have an issue. I'm completely fine with you standing here and expressing your opinion to these people because people want to hear it and you want to preach that. That is your right. It is your right to preach and freedom of religion, and it is my right to peacefully protest. It's how the world is set up in a sense that so we don't have these, so you're not chased down by LGBT communities, or I'm not chased down by hateful homophobes. Like, I've met a lot of people who are very, very homophobic, and you probably met a lot of people who are very rude to you about your religion, and it's not okay, and I don't believe that it should be okay. But just because we disagree on something doesn't mean that we have to be hateful for each other. I think Christianity gets a bad rap because a lot of the times people are sensitive towards the fact that you say we can change it. I think that's the biggest thing because a lot of kids and a lot of people feel like they can't change it, and that leads to a lot of mental health issues.
I
think that's what people
I don't think you should blame people's mental health issues on somebody's opinion. That would make that person a very fragile person. I mean, what you say about me is not going to drive me to the loony bin.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a choice to accept it or reject it. If I think what you're saying is so false, then you know what? I'm just going to say, you know what? She's crazy. I don't agree with her, and I'm going on my way.
But I think a lot of gay youth don't have that ability yet. Youth are fragile.
That's a parenting problem.
It's not really a parenting problem.
Whose fault is that? Life is tough.
No, life is tough, and we all learn that as we grow up. But when you're growing up, when I was growing up confused as hell, didn't know what was going on, thought something was wrong with me, and I hated myself. But once I started to learn to accept myself and to love myself for who I am, then I became much more better because instead of hating myself and fighting myself every day on something that I believe
Can I ask you a question off camera, somewhere private?
For sure.
Yeah, I want to ask you because I don't want this to be tough. Well, anyway, God bless you guys, and it was great talk with Kylie. Like I said, I feel bad with names.
Okay, it's
I forgot all your names already, but anyway, we shared our message. You heard us long enough, so so all the best, yeah, we're just gonna get going, and we're preaching at different places around the city, preaching about the gospel, and if you have any questions or whatever, you're more than welcome to check my website, and if you don't, that's fine too, But all the best, okay? Okay, take care, guys.